Hello guys, and welcome to Supreme Ruler Ultimate. It's been a long time since we've had one of these. I'll leave it in the cards if you haven't seen my last two attempts at this game. One I played with two other YouTubers called Politics Gaming and Jake 2.0, and another was a whole series in the Cold War where me and my friend took on Soviet Russia and China and tried to dominate the world. Well, this time we're coming into modern day 2020 world scenario, playing as Indonesia and Pakistan, trying to play as rising Muslim, hopefully, superpowers that we will accomplish great things with. If you don't know what this game is, it's similar to Geopolitical Simulator and Paradox games. It's a split between them. It's a grand strategy game that is more in depth on the geopolitical side of things, but it also strays closer to warfare and less to internal politics, as opposed to Geopolitical Simulator, closer to the Paradox games. But without any further ado, let's get right into it. Alright, so we're in the game, and the first thing that we need to do is quickly set some stuff up because this game has a desync problem and we're going to try to avoid it. So the first thing I'm going to do is lock off my minister from all kinds of spending. That's my financial minister. I'm also going to jack my taxes up to maximum. Don't ask me why it works in this game, it just does. You don't need anything done. We're going to lock off our research minister from having any control over research. Our military minister, we're going to give him full control of everything so he defends us. And we're going to lock him off from being able to spend. Being Indonesia, we don't actually have a whole lot of stuff that we can go ahead and research here. We only have 2 research facilities. And so we're going to focus on things that are non-tradable technologies. And I think at the start, I'm going to focus upgraded coal and petrol generation for power production, and that can keep us running power-wise pretty well. Later on, we're going to need some other things as well. I think some manufacturing improvements, digital social services, yeah, this stuff will definitely help as well, so let's go ahead and grab that. Alright, I'm about ready to unpause if you are.
Yep, I got all my ministers locked out, research set up. So
one thing I would suggest you do before we unpause is lock off your uranium and military industries, your military goods industries, so that your AI, if he has permissions to do any trading, doesn't sell any of it. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to set all of our budgets over here into like this minimum point. We won't be able to get all of these up. I'm going to have to turn some of these down. As you see, our taxes and our daily social costs are a little unnervingly close to each other. We can lower healthcare a little bit because we probably have technologies boosting that up. Maybe, maybe not. Some of these don't matter as much as other ones. Cultural subsidy matters quite a bit. Family subsidy doesn't matter as much. And environment, that's mainly for foreign affairs. But family subsidy is a big drain on resources. I'm going to go ahead and lower family subsidy down a little bit so that we're making a profit while we're going. I forgot to turn on auto build, so my ministers are yelling at me like, why aren't you auto building shit? So now I'm going to set that stuff to auto build. I do have to figure out what I actually want to be built though. I don't have a lot of options right now. Like, my infantry is dog shit. Everything I have is really quite awful. I barely even have any ship options.
Alright, and then let's see, where are you? Oh, there you are, Indonesia. Send that over to you.
I'm going to resend this back to you. Don't set up missile defense.
Okay.
That's something we don't want. We're going to send everything except missile defense. Alright, so let's see. I'm going to go ahead and try to become friends if we can. Doesn't look like they're going to go for it. With Saudi Arabia, well, at least we can get criminal extradition with them, no problem. Went ahead and sent an offer to China trying to buy some designs from them. They want a lot of money. They want more money than I really have for all this stuff. Well, it looks like I temporarily have roughly the amount of money that they're looking for. 31. I have almost this amount. Let's go ahead and just buy this as much as it'll hurt my coffers. My money didn't go down as much as I thought. Why did that not go down as much as I thought? Did it just automatically take out new debt or something? Well, I'm not going to question the gods on why I didn't lose as much money as I thought I was going to lose. I'm just going to be happy that it ended up that way instead of any other. I also need to go ahead and probably increase my research efficiency at some point. I don't know if I can afford to do that, because I'm already running a negative budget.
Good question, Rez. So like, let's say is it okay to like mix up power Like, let's say on this one facility right here, I have 3 hydro. Can I plop down like a coal or 2? Like, would it matter, or do I have to build?
Oh,
that
you
on
can.
itself?
It's just more if like, do you want to min max the amount of hydro you can place there? If there's more you can place there, it's personal choice of how you want to use the resources on that hex. You can look around for areas with no resources and then just plop down coal there, because coal doesn't need a resource if it's like a coal plant.
Yeah.
Niger wants to buy some timber. Everyone wants to buy timber from me. What are our resources here? We have actually good amounts of rubber, but the thing about our rubber is that we're not producing it sustainably. Our inflation is pretty meh, but it's been going up. Our unemployment is bleh. We need to make some real rubber plantations and get rid of the rubber synths if we want our oil or rubber production to actually be any good. I'm going to go ahead and plant 1, 2. All right, 2's the most amount of rubber we can place here. We don't really need our agricultural farms either, quite frankly. Like, we're producing more than enough just naturally without these farms, so I can probably go ahead and just scrap basically all, literally all of my agricultural farms. That's going to leave a lot of industrial complexes we don't need, but we don't need this much agricultural farms. It's just taking up space in our economy that we don't need it to take up. I'm going to get rid of this military goods that's mid-sized. I hate these mid-sized things for everything. I don't like mid or micro. They're not efficient. They're good if you're a tiny country, but our country isn't actually that small. I don't think we have any small plants for power or anything either. Ore mines. We're sustainable on pretty much everything. Coal, ore, oil, timber, and I don't even have any timber mills. Food, rubber. We will be sustainable once we actually get these plants set up correctly. Is there anything we're lacking? Like, we're not making uranium. Do we even have uranium? We don't have any uranium. Okay, so I just found out something you have that I don't.
What's that?
Uranium.
Oh, yes.
That's going to be important. Malaysia has some, so I might get some eventually, but uranium's going to be important for us. So you may want to start, if money allows and your economy allows, you may want to start stockpiling it. Consumer goods is a big problem that I have, which is funny because consumer goods is usually the most profitable thing to sell.
Yeah, I'm about half production consumption on my consumer goods, and about a third for production. But I have a lot in stock. Well, actually, my stock's running out of consumer goods. I should probably start ramping up production on that too.
Consumer goods, there's always like plentiful of it. Like, I'm not producing enough, but it's the most productive thing to make. And usually the first world countries are the ones pumping it out because it's the only thing profitable for them to produce. Whereas we pump out the natural resources and ship it to them like they're slaves. I have to set my ROE still. Oh yeah, and also don't forget under alert condition to allow your troops correct unit pathing. Basically, I turn off allowing my merchant marines to path through neutral territory because I don't want them to get shot at. The one downside of my location is when I actually want to go ahead and start invading anywhere, it's going to be a bitch because I'm on an island. I have a problem of that I will need to find a way to project my force until I get onto a mainland. If I could actually ally with Singapore, that would be funny. Not even ally, just get transit rights. If I could get transit rights in Singapore, which I could potentially pay for, transit rights, then if I get those, I can actually invade Malaysia through Singapore without having to go to war with Singapore.
Yeah, you just land on their dock and then push your troops
Yeah,
up.
and then they can't attack Singapore, so I'm gonna go for that. I'm gonna try to get some treaties with Singapore, full transit, free flow of labor, criminal extradition, free trade. I want them to like me. And what else can I go for? Line of sight, non-aggression? No, non-aggression's too far. But the rest of that, maybe.
Ooh, New Guinea has some oil. What do they have?
There's a lot of oil in this game. Trust me, there's no shortage.
Yeah.
Singapore wants a little over $1 billion for the treaty. That's fine by me. I have full transit, line of sight, a bunch of other good shit with Singapore now. We're not allies, but it's just a little city country. It's just a little city country. They're not an efficient country. I don't need their land. I need what they're next to. which is Malaysia. So I can take over Malaysia no problem on my own territory. Well, quote unquote, no problem. The problem over by me is the fact that over by me, it's all just a jungle. And there's no infrastructure with which to travel over here.
Oh, I think I know what my first target's going to be. Just purely like you to grab the rubber. Sri Lanka.
Yeah? They have rubber?
Yep. Not that much of it, but definitely enough to put me into a positive production.
True, true. You can't always be self-sufficient on everything, so you don't have to necessarily worry about it. But if you can project your power that far, yeah, dude.
Well, look at it this way from a strategic standpoint. If I take Sri Lanka, and when I finally do declare war in India, they would have to fight on two fronts. I could stage two arms. I could have it coming in from the south and from the northeast.
Yeah, mainly it would be a land battle. Like, you would just need all your troops just to cover the front. But you could base some stuff out of Sri Lanka if this is a much later in time war.
Yeah, well, yeah, it will be. It's not like I'm going to do it right now. Like, hey, India, knock, knock.
I went ahead and I just purchased some pretty old ship designs from the UK, like probably considered outdated by this point anyway.
Like that little patrol boat you got going across the Atlantic.
Dude, I'm mostly pumping out patrol boats because it's basically almost all I can build. I can build some good escorts, and I'll probably start building those soon. Patrol boats are nice just for, being close by. Uh-oh. South Korea declared war on North Korea.
Whoa.
I'm gonna condemn that war declaration, but South Korea is gonna win it anyway. That's another thing. Be very careful about condemning and supporting. You want to read the text first, because some of these are misleading. For some things, you're not condemning the action, you're condemning the person it happens to. So you always want to read to make sure. This is why I said, by the way, don't befriend North Korea. Because North Korea is about to die.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah, I can't see over there, but I have a good idea what's happening. I'm not going to pay for line of sight. Just know that the North Koreans fought hard and they fought brave. And at the end of the day, it was all in vain. And South Korea becomes best Korea. It's okay, they can't get through China.
Very true, very true.
Speaking of, I'm going to try to get some treaties with China now. I'll probably have to pay them for it, but treaties will promote friendship, and we want to befriend China. Out of everyone here, we want to befriend China.
You think it's worth to get a line of sight treaty with them?
I mean, you can. Every treaty helps if you're not paying out the ass for it. I got line of sight with China, and oh my god, they're terrifying. There's just so much Chinese everywhere. Well, I can see that China is not helping North Korea.
Yeah, they won't even take a line of sight treaty with me.
Yeah, I had to get everything else that was easier to get first, such as criminal extradition, free flow of labor force, free trade, transit, etc. Those things, I had to go for that kind of stuff first. And then after they had accepted that, after I paid them for it, they let me pay them for line of sight. So you can step these kinds of things.
Oh shit, I'm actually in a deflation. Fuck, that's not good.
You want to crank up your spending if you're in deflation. I'm amazed that North Korea isn't already dead. They're actually holding the line somehow. Oh yeah, dude, if you look at the statistics, South Korea is slaughtering. North Korea's only killed 80 units, but they've lost over 600. They have twice the total casualties. North Korea is getting absolutely destroyed. It's not even close. I'm just stockpiling military goods for now, too. My army is pretty tiny overall. In terms of my, land army, I only have, 60, 70 units. It's pretty bad. I can actually see some of the fighting between South Korean ships and North Korean land forces. Oh, North Korea has better troops than I do.
Elemental, no, don't go to war with South Korea. At least not yet.
Oh, of course not. No, dude. Militarily, our countries are weak. We have big potential, but we start out weak as hell. I don't even know that I could take Malaysia right now. The start of this is going to be a lot of inner work before we start projecting outwards. Even a lot of my territory just doesn't have any, road or rail infrastructure on it whatsoever.
And there went North Korea.
Yeah, there goes North Korea. It's now just South Korea. South Korea is all Korea. South Korea is now technically one of the most powerful countries in the world. I see your money's doing pretty well.
Yeah, it's doing pretty good.
Mine is maintaining itself, kinda lower than yours. Not doing anywhere near enough to be able to pay off any of my debt, which I'd love to do. And my debt rates are going higher and higher because my credit score is dog shit.
Hey, where's the because I'm on the military tab right now, or even is it in the stockpile of military goods? Or is that on the resources tab?
Well, that's technically something you can set with your, I believe, with one of your ministers, but I don't set that as a minister thing. I just lock off military good stuff, and then I go to the cargo container box with the green arrow, and I stop him from selling. Yeah, the bulk sales. I turn all that shit off so that he doesn't sell it. I do the same thing with uranium. Are we going to be friendly in the long run with Iran, or are they a target for you? Because they like me.
Oh, they hate me. I think I might go into Iran.
Even if that brings you closer to Israel?
Yep.
Okay, I'll avoid an alliance anyway then.
I did a line of sight treaty with Jordan just so I could keep an eye on what the Israelis are up to.
Oh, good. You'll get front row seats when the Israelis take over Jordan.
Yeah, first row to the show.
I'm going around just getting a lot of the friendship treaties with all the Middle Eastern countries that I can. My 2 rubber plantations have finished, so I'm going to scrap my synth plantations, which were in a very weird place. Like, they were just in the middle of a city on my main island. But once those are scrapped, my cost to produce and my cost on the market should change drastically, and then I could maybe turn into a little bit of a rubber king. Maybe not as much as Malaysia, but I can expand way better than Malaysia can. And as the world becomes more warmongery, that'll only help me. Well, actually, I'm not even making enough rubber right now. But I'm saving money on production because the cost to import is actually cheaper than the cost to produce. So I have to start making more rubber if I want to actually make this a successful strategy for profit. Let's go ahead and build some more rubber around. Let's do 2, build up by the Malaysian border a little bit. Can spread it around. Every one of these places actually grants some supply in the area, and that's just invaluable all by itself. Just having supply in these areas. 2 more will definitely make this profitable. How's my economy doing right now? Our inflation's at 4%, unemployment's at 5.8%, so we want to keep an eye on it, that's for sure. We don't want unemployment to get to 3% or lower. I love how there's so much oil for sale in the world that I'm barely even producing any because the stockpiles of oil right now are just that large. It's not even profitable to try to make more oil. I mean, you know, it's profitable to sell coal, but the amount of coal the market needs is also dog shit. But apparently the market needs metal ore, for fuck's sake.
Oh, I know. I've been making a ton load of deals for metal ore. Like, everybody's coming to me to buy it.
Everyone's coming to me for timber, of all things. Oh, that was not... What was that? Oh, no. Syria declared war on Israel.
Oh, shit.
Syria's dead.
Yeah, no kidding.
Say goodbye to Syria. This usually happens. These are usually the 2 wars I see. South Korea, North Korea, and Syria and Israel. Although sometimes Syria goes even further. So, the funny thing is, we're only in April, and now we've seen 2 wars. On low world volatility, by the way. South Korea ate North Korea, and now Israel's about to eat Syria for breakfast.
Jesus. Well, damn, I should have I didn't even get a treaty with Syria yet. Oh, well.
It doesn't matter. They're going to die anyway. I know what Israel has, and I know that Syria cannot survive it. That's why I was saying, are you sure you want to take over Iran? Maybe having Iran fight for you is for the best.
Yeah, now that I think of it, that would be a better strategy.
Letting them be this nice, happy buffer in between you and Israel. Israel's a tiny country, but they have god-tier tech. We are big countries, but we have, like, World War II tech. Which makes getting started very difficult. Yo, Portugal's trying to sell me some fucking missiles for $250 million. Fuck off, Portugal.
I guess I could just go ahead and... I don't know, should I support or condemn that?
I just acknowledged it because I don't want to support the warmonger. But I don't want to condemn someone the rest of the Middle East probably likes. I'm getting full transit with Saudi Arabia, though, so that's exciting. And Egypt. Maybe Iraq as well? No, they don't want it. I've been handling my domestics pretty well. Like, my population is growing very, very well, but my financials have suffered a little bit because of it. I'm trying to balance things out a little bit, trying to get my spending down some, but it's difficult.
Oh shit, man, dude, I just made a hell of a trade deal with China. I mean, not China, freaking Japan.
Really? Japan hates my guts.
Oh, they hate me too, but...
For trades, I usually just sell most stuff on the market for the market prices.
Let's just say this, I'm up to $200 billion.
Oh my god, you are. Dude, pay your debt off. Holy shit, how did you do that? What the fuck? What the fuck?
Just one good trade deal with
Oh my god. Do they even like you?
No.
What? Dude, that's insane. How do they even have $200 billion? Oh yeah, you just sold so much stock and they were just willing to buy all of it. I see what happened, yeah. Wow, man, that's so fucking cool.
How the hell do I pay these goddamn bonds off?
You gotta go to the financial, you gotta go to your minister, and then you gotta click on the bond, and to the right of that, it allows you to pay it off. Actually, no, that's issue new bonds, I lied.
Yeah, that's purchase bonds, issue new bonds.
Double click? Fuck, I don't know. Well, Syria's not dead yet, but, you know, they're getting there. They're really quickly.
And there went Syria.
And I'm trying to make a kind of deal, kind of like how you made for all that money with the US. I'm trying to sell them a bunch of oil for about 50 billion, just up front. I forgot the AI was so willing to do this kind of stuff. But yeah, there goes Syria. This is why Israel could never actually conquer the Middle East, because then it would be majority Muslim, and it can't have that.
Yeah. No.
Oh, they rejected my trade. I should make it a little nicer for them, and I know they'll take it. Oh, they accepted this one. I just got a bunch of money.
Nice.
Yep, I got the picture to pay off the bonds didn't show up until I had already acquired the money to do so.
Okay, so to pay it off, it is repurchase the bond.
Yes, I can only pay off like one right now unless I find another buyer. The people that hate you seem to give you the best deals.
You want some money?
Who, me?
Oh shit, what the hell happened? I just went down to 18 billion. What the fucking hell happened? Oh, because I paid off all my debt. Each one of those was 20 billion.
Yeah, it's a lot of money.
I thought it was 20 mil, like, but I'm like, oh shit, no, those.
No, they're huge.
Billion.
Trying to get another like 17.5 bill from Russia. Success. I can go pay off some more of my debt. I'm repurchasing the bonds that are like closest to needing to be paid off. Hopefully this will save me some good money in the long run. I'm slowly accomplishing the same thing with much smaller trades. All right, I just got another like 30 bill. Let's go pay off some more debt.
Oh, that or I was wrong and I got a lot less than I thought I did. I mean, they still gave me a good chunk of amount.
No, you had $200 billion, I looked. I'm gonna maybe go for a non-aggression pact with Singapore. If I get a full alliance or something with Singapore, they could actually help me take over Malaysia. And I think Singapore is a high-tech country, so that could come in handy. Man, I must be having some really good trades because my income's skyrocketing. I haven't sold any more fucking oil. I just gained another 20 billion pretty quickly. Gonna make a sale to United Kingdom now, though, and see if I can get some more money, pay off some more bonds. Because renewing 3.5% of 35 billion every month is annoying. Actually, it's going up to 6% for me. That's every month paying just billions of dollars into debt. I got that sale through, though. I got way more debt to pay off, though. I had a fucking bond for every month of the year.
So did I.
Well, you don't have yours anymore. Sadly, oil's like the only thing I have a really, really good stockpile of in order to be able to do stuff like this. Maybe in industry goods, but that's a whole nother beast. Got 10 days till my next 2 rubber plantations finish. I got another 2 building. I'm gonna go ahead and build 2 more. You know, the prices of modern day are insane. Every rubber plantation is costing me 430 million each. And it scales even more with your inflation and your GDP per capita levels. I just set another 2 to be made because rubber is going to be a big way to make income over time for me.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Funny thing is, Malaysia's GDP per capita is way higher than mine. So technically, I can undercut them for so long if I needed to. Like, I can outsell them in rubber in terms of price. And yet we haven't really fucked around with our military yet. Because making these fucking backwards Muslim countries work at all is just so difficult. The US just casually taking out more debt. Don't mind them. They have $300 billion. Trying to get another 70 million now from the US to take advantage of these bonds. And it worked. Hell yeah, let's pay off some debt.
Nice. Yeah, I just paid off another one myself right now.
I just paid off another 2. I wonder what my credit rating is now. It's going up. My credit rating's finally going up. I'm running out of oil though. Like I've sold 90% of my oil. So this isn't gonna stay profitable. Getting another 50 million from the US. They just keep buying my oil. They don't give a fuck. They need so much oil in a year that these amounts aren't even like I haven't even sold them 1 year's worth of their own supply yet. And there's another 50 million. Let's go pay off some more debt. Alright, getting another like 34 billion for basically the rest of the oil that I have to sell. Alright, that's all the bonds throughout the rest of 2020 that I would have had to renew paid off. But I still have 4 more months of bonds from the beginning of 2020 that are currently financed at 6% that need to be paid off.
Shit.
Once those are all paid off though, that's going to help my income overall.
Ooh, Russia wants to sell me some T-80 tanks and some TOW AAA. Or wait, no, they did. There you go.
Can you send me those?
You want some T-80s?
Yeah, dude, send me that shit. I just noticed how far ahead your tech. Have you been buying tech, or did you just start out with this much tech?
I've been buying it.
Yeah, I haven't had. I've just been focusing on debt this whole time.
Oh shit! I think I done fucked up.
What'd you do?
Yeah, I done fucked up.
What'd you do?
I was paying attention. I gave the T-80s to Malaysia instead of you.
Good job. They now have T-80s. You made my war harder.
My bad, my bad. Not that many though. It wasn't that many.
You don't have the design? You gave actual T-80s?
Yeah, it was actual
T-80s. I thought you had the design.
No, I will buy the T-90 design from Russia.
Oh.
And then I will give that to you.
Oh, all hail Pakistan. Leader of Muslims.
Oh shit. No,
Praise Allah. Also named Shibi.
Yes, praise the Shib. Can I give it to you? No, shit.
I might not be able to have it because I don't have the tech.
Oh, like the prereq?
Yeah, like there's techs I'm missing. You have a fuck ton of techs I don't have. Like, I don't have tank tech 74. So unless you want to send me the techs, because you're way ahead of me. Hey, my rubber plantations are finishing. I am now selling rubber.
And now you are about to get a shitload of tech. Enjoy.
That is a shitload of tech. Oh my god, what the fuck. Thank you. Now the next tank tech I need is 81.
You know what? I gave you all the techs I have, so I don't know how it is I was able to buy the T-90.
Because some of them are tiered. Like, you can't give me 81 before 74, for example.
Oh, okay. So let me try again then.
Thank you. Get it? Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Now I need Tank Tech 91.
Ahead of you. Already ahead of you, baby. Right now.
Alright, I have all the tank tech. What about the design now? Can we finally make this happen?
Military production level 4.
Oh yeah, that's a non-tradable that I have to research.
Yeah.
But you can trade me the Al-Khalid MBT 2000.
2000, yeah.
That's probably better than my ZTZ. Oh yeah, dude, that's like 3 or 4 decades ahead of my ZTZs. I bought these from China. These Al-Khalids are way better than the ZTZs I was using. Pakistan has done a great deed for Indonesia this day.
Indeed. Let it all be
Muslims will rise. Everyone else falls.